My name is Duddy, set up builds and stuff. Today I've got a Void Warlock non-prismatic build for you. This build is absolutely fantastic. It's been fantastic for seasons, but this season it's got a buff. I'm talking about nothing manacles, scatter grenade heaven, pocket nukes. These are absolutely insane. But this season, because of Void Hegemony and Expanding Abyss, this whole build has got an actual buff because Void Hegemony gives you an Overshield for any weakened target that you kill with a Void, and then on top of that we've also got Expanded Abyss to do extra damage from all of our Void weakened abilities and sources. This build gives you infinite Overshields, infinite Devour, infinite damage, so stay with me. So we'll start off with nothing manacles. You'll gain an additional scatter grenade charge, enables tracking for scatter grenade projectiles, so you don't have to run the Chaos Accelerant with this. As long as you run a scatter grenade, you don't need Chaos Accelerant. It's already got the enhanced scatter grenades in there. And this is what they do. They just clear out miners, do loads of good damage against mages as well. But just having two of these in your back pocket, ready to go to proc your Devour, is absolutely insane. And you'll notice in this clip here, I'm also just getting Overshields anytime I wish. Overshields galore. And they actually do quite a lot of decent damage against weakened targets. Obviously your scatter grenades weaken with the correct fragments. We'll go into that as we go. Buried Bloodline is just too good not to run with this one. This is a Void exotic sidearm. This gives you Devour when you get multiple kills. Not that you need it because you've always got Devour on this build, but the key to this is once you've got your Devour active, which you will have 99% of the time with this build, your Devour is active. This weapon also weakens on hit. And like I said, on this build, you've literally got Devour going all of the time. So you've got infinite weakening with this. Now, Void Hegemony and Expanding Abyss is two seasonal artifact perks. Void Hegemony, while you have a Void or Prismatic subclass equipped, defeating weaker targets provides a small Void Overshield, and Expanding Abyss gives you an extra 10% damage to all Void weakened sources with a Void weapon or ability. So, like I said, you've got obviously two scatter grenades, you've got your Buried Bloodline, or any other Void weapon that you choose to run. I just like Buried Bloodline because of the instant Devour that you get with this, and it weakens everything. But you could run like heavy machine guns of Void weapons too, but Buried Bloodline is definitely a really good choice. And you'll see in this clip here, I've just literally got Overshields galore, the last like couple of clips, literal, like anytime you wish really. And you'll notice I've got 15 seconds of Devour. I've got all sorts of buffs going on that left hand side. Feed the Void is an obvious aspect to run. Defeated targets with a Void ability to activate Devour. Your Devour effects are improved. Child of the Gods. This is just absolutely brilliant with this build as well because of the Void Hegemony and the Void Expanding Abyss. Whenever you put your Rift down, it's going to summon a Void Soul that weakens. You're going to give yourself 15%. You're going to give your teammates a 15%. And also the Expanded Abyss if they're running Void weapons as well. And it's just so helpful, like just applying that weakening effect to tanky targets like barriers and stops. And it does have a really good area of effect. But back to the nothing manacles just quickly. This is what these manacles can do. Like, this is why I like them. Look at that, I had a quarter of my health. Just one little throw had spawn on me. Quarter of my health, and it's gone all the way up. Full health and a little bit of an overshield. Just instantaneously, and you get two of these grenades anytime you wish. So it's just an absolutely perfect buff this season, them two seasonal artifact perks. That Controverse is also extremely good in this GM as well, with it being Void Burn and a lot of Void Shields. But the reason why I like manacles is just instantaneously Devour, no charging needed, and you get two of them, and they do not far off as much damage as the Controverse Vortex Grenade build. It's really close. I've tested it before previous seasons, and it's just instantaneous. Like I said, look at that. And again, between the two nothing manacle grenades that you've got, your two scatter grenades and your Child of the Gods, you've literally got everything weakened anyway for you and your teammates, plus your Buried Bloodline. It's just absolutely fantastic. It's just so good for ad control, and especially if you get crept up on last minute, just lob one of them down, get your Overshield, kill everything, get your Devour procced, and it's just so good. Now, in particular, this Liminality, the new GM, this build is really good for this GM because a lot of the enemies in here are shielded. 80% of the shielded enemies are Void, so it's just an absolute shredder of a build for in here. It just shreds the shields. You do get the odd arc and the odd solar shield, but most of them are indeed definitely void shields. So it's a really good combo. And again, I just want to try and sell nothing manacles a little bit to you, just for situations where something will spawn on you or you get crept up on. You've literally just got a handheld nuke. Look at that. They crept up, spawned on me, no problem. Get one of them down, get your child of the old gods down. Everything around that target is weakened around that area. Look at that void soul doing work. You'll also notice as well that you'll see that I've got a lot of these elemental siphons lying about. This is another really sort of key part to this particular build, because this season we've got elemental siphon, rapid final blows with kinetic, or a weapon matching your equipped super is going to drop elemental siphons quite consistently. Paired out with Echo of Harvest, defeating weakened or targets, creates an orb of power and a void breach. Just absolutely perfect. You've literally got void breaches everywhere, and then you run Echo of Starvation. Every time you pick up a void breach or an orb of power, it's going to grant you Devour. So on top of your 2 nukes that you've also got infinite Devour with this build. You'll also notice I've got 15 seconds of devouring. Quite a lot of these clips will go into that. Now the fragments that I'll run, really important. Echo of undermining, your void grenades weaken targets. 15% debuff, absolutely no brainer, you need them on. Echo of Persistence to make your void buffs applied to you. Overshield and Devour in particular have increased duration. The next 2 fragments we've already sort of touched on, but again really key. So Echo of Harvest, defeated weakened targets, creates an orb of power and a void breach. And then Echo of Starvation, picking up a void breach or an orb of power, grants Devour. Now the orbs obviously don't have to come from yourself. Your teammates might drop an orb. You might be like low health, there might be a little orb on the floor. Pick that up, instantly going to give you full health. Proc your Devour or one of them void breaches. It will instantly heal you from 0 to full health. So I really recommend them 2 fragments, especially for this GM, because you will find yourself getting shredded by these acolytes quite a lot, but it's just a really good one to run. And then finally, the actual Nova Bomb, your Cataclysm, that's the one I run, the big tracking one. Get a Void Grenade on there, Nova Bomb, and it does so much damage. It actually killed that Lucian Hive there. He's a bit of a pest dib, but as long as you get your Child of the Old Gods on there, apply weakening for your Expanded Abyss before you do it. It just does so much damage, could easily take out champions and mages, so it's just really handy. The next sort of part of the video, I'm going to go over the key mods. I'm not going to go over every single mod, but I will leave a build card and a dim link. But key mods, grenade kickstart is just key. When your grenade energy is fully expended, your armor charge is consumed, and you gain grenade energy for each armor charge consumed. The more armor charge, the more grenade energy you get back. Stacks on your legs. Every time you pick up an orb of power, it gives you 2. So you're always going to have 2 or 3 stacks on stacks for your grenade kickstart. The other one, Innovation, is really important too, because it reduces your grenade cooldown each time you'll pick up an orb of power. Echo of Harvest, defeat weakened targets, creates an orb of power. It's just too good not to run. Innovation. Bolster detonation on my arms. Every time you damage something with a grenade, obviously you get 2 of them. It grants you class ability, which is great for your Child of the Old Gods. They're the key mods. Obviously things like Void Siphons, things like that are really good, but I will leave a dim link in the build card as well, so you can check out all of the mods specifically. But that pretty much wraps up the video. Speaking of build cards, here is the build card from my friend Mr. Slayer God over on Twitter. Again, I will leave a dim link. I'll also open to suggestions on the build of weapons, things like that. Let me know what you think. I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. Nothing Manacles has been one of my favourite builds over the last 4 or 5 seasons, and it feels really strong this season with the introduction of the seasonal artifact perks. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.